Hello and welcome to my channel. All we have here is an open tag that Paddy potato peelers had us do, and that's pick 7 of your favorite Rough Riders. Now this is very difficult for me to do because I have a lot of Rough Riders and a lot of favorite Rough Riders, but I pulled out 7 of them. And we'll start from the left and we'll work our way over. This series they came out with was blue and also green, and this originally had a black painted on bolster. You know, I mean, they tried to make it look like a bolster here. That stuff flaked off pretty easy, but all I did was just like use my fingernail. You know, it wasn't real hard to get the material off. But what's nice about this one is it's kind of like a Lanny clip knife, and it's in VG10. So you got some upgraded steel, and it's kind of, you know, somebody wants to describe this as like a Christmas ornament handle, you know. But it's got some texture to it. It's not super slippery. It's an aluminum handle. It locks up really solidly. It's just nice half stop and everything. Just a one of the greats. All right, so the next one, this one right here, this is my working one. I've got another one that's prettier and everything, but this is the denim micarta work knife. When these originally came out, when the original work knife came out, Paddy's potato peelers and a few other people were showing them, but I had gotten it at a time when they were out of them, so I had to wait a year before they released this other, you know, version. And when they did, I experimented with this one, as you can see. The other one is real pretty, polished. You know, when it comes to you, it's real pretty and it's polished like this. Micarta and G10, I guess. And I wanted the texture of the micarta, so I just started carving on this with a knife. And I got down to it, but it kind of messed it up as far as like a, you know, appearance and everything. But this one is a work knife, you know. I love the Wharncliffe shape and everything. And this is a great knife. If you haven't got one of these before, you should get one. All right, the next one. Normally I don't like trappers and everything that much, but I've started changing my mind, and this is one of them that changed it. Of course, I added my own little, you know, patina stuff on here. But it's the Wharncliffe trapper. So you, instead of a, you know, clip point and everything, you got a nice looking Wharncliffe blade here. This just comes in really handy. And then I took the spay blade on this one and I turned it into a spear point. So yeah, I really like this one's the classic carbon series, and it's like, I think they call it the Wharncliffe trapper, and that's another very good one. Let me see if I can find its number here for you. RR2127. I don't know what the number is on that one, but everybody knows it's a work knife. And this is RR2103. All right. This next one is what's known as the French tickler. And what I like about it is it's classy. Instead of having like a nickel silver bolster, it's got copper or something like that, you know. And it's a medium toothpick. It's got a very nice shape to it and everything, but it's also a lockback. So the medium toothpick is about the right size for my hand. And with a lockback, you don't have to worry about it folding on you as much. And this model number is RR204. It's nice jig bone handles on there and everything. Just another nice knife. All right, this one here is another one that took me a long time to find. Knife Detector did one of these, and this is the Gunboat. It's like a giant canoe, basically. They call it the Gunboat. And this one has, you know, fancy jigging on the back. And the way I found this one was Blade Matrix. When Sue Chicken was telling me about Blade Matrix, it had a bunch of old Rough Ryder stuff that they were trying to sell. And I was able to pick this one up cheaply compared to what you normally have to pay for one of these. I just like the design of it, you know. It's just like it's like a big canoe, you know. It's not a sunfish. A sunfish is like a fat canoe, and a gunboat is more like a big canoe. All right, so we go from big to small. The Cub series, I've got like 3 or 4 of these lying around, and I could get more because it's just one of those little 3-finger knives that when you first look at it, you think, that thing's too dinky, it wouldn't fit in my hand. But it fits perfectly as a 3-finger. I can actually get 4 fingers when I go up in a forward choil like that. And the difference between this and most small blades is this guy is thick. It's a thick little small blade, so it can do some things without, you know, you don't got blade flex. And of course, it's got the nice copper look to it and everything else, you know. And these guys are tough, as I have a scar to prove it from this particular one. We won't go through that one again. And then this is a new one that it's really impressed me, and that's the Bolster lock. It's got a very nice half-stop, real solid lockup on it. It has a very nice red, you know, saw cut bone look to it, but what makes it special is it keeps it still looking traditional with this bolster lock. And if you look at the way this thing is done, it's never gonna go too far on your, you know, like liner locks. This one's all the way over, and it's not gonna cause any problem. It's also, you know, fairly easy to access. But the main thing is it keeps it looking traditional. Now, the other way they would do a liner lock before would be like this. You know, you got this big liner right here. As funky as that looks, it helps. It's like a copperhead. It helps keep you from snagging on that particular bolster there. But you can see with these, when they lock up, they too go all the way over, but it's no problem because it can't go any further over, so the blade can't slip behind it. This was going to be my honorable mention or whatever, but I mainly was using it to show the difference between the, you know, the new bolster lock and the old one. So there you go. There's 7 of my favorite. You know, I could just dig out 7 more, but these are really some of the all-time greats that I like and use. And there you go. You can check out Paddy's original one. He had like 2 reserve. I've got Rough Ryder reserves also, but like I said, I've got so many regular Rough Ryders that I like that it would be difficult for me to chop out 2 of these just to put in a couple of reserves. And so there you go. That's my take. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.